What's up, guys? It's your boys Wokey back out with more creepy, scary, paranormal content of the scariest of the top 10 ghost videos from Shadow Man. So with that being said, grab a chair, grab some popcorn, or whatever you guys get comfy on the couch. The hard mics, not hard mics, lemonade. We don't want to be drinking on here. But anything that's sweet tooth, not tooth, pretzels, chips, whatever, grab that stuff and get ready because we're about to watch the 10 top scary ghost videos from Shadow Man's newest video right here, right now. Let's take a look. If you guys are new to my channel, or if you guys are returning and have not subscribed yet, make sure you guys subscribe right now by hitting that red bar icon down the bottom right. Smack that bell icon next to it so I do post videos like this one. You'll get that little ring notification that Wokey myself has posted that video. And then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you very much for the people that are doing all the above right now. I can't thank you guys enough. Keep doing what you guys are doing. Tell your friends and your family, and we'll continue to grow in 2022 together. But that being said, one more thing before we go further into watching this video. Speaking of support, check out the link in the description for the Shadow Man. Go over there, give him some love for him to put this together for us to enjoy, get scared, lose ourselves, soil ourselves. Definitely takes some time and a lot of work for him to do this. So go over there, give him some love. And then without further ado, let's get in a video and see this top 10 scary ghost videos right now. Take a look. The Shadow Man.
10 scary paranormal videos that'll most likely give you nightmares.
We can only hope.
The official NBC 26 news station YouTube channel uploaded a creepy piece on a supposedly haunted building in Baltimore back in late 2019.
A Fells Point cornerstone Bertha's is famous for their food and drink, their bumper stickers, their altered stickers, and for this.
So do you talk to the ghost?
I do.
Every day?
Well, no, that was way back then.
Laura Norris is one of the owners. When working upstairs, she says she's felt its presence and even asked for safe passage.
And so I kind of stammered and said, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just going home. Bye-bye.
In fact, there's so many ghosts here in the wind.
With the tails up and the...
Is it in the window?
All bushy.
One ghost story follows another.
You can see that it actually was a face.
But it's
And
one
all
thing
the
to talk
cameras
about it,
caught it.
and quite another to see one.
Yeah, this is it.
Melissa Rowell gives ghost tours that start at Bertha's. Recently, one of her clients sent her this photo. Okay, no biggie, but look closely at the third floor window. What's that?
I haven't seen those pictures.
Here, let me point out a few things. The vague image of a little girl, her hands stretched out through the window.
What?
That's what people are seeing, and it coincides with a ghost story from here.
People have seen the same little girl skipping in the other room.
Do you feel anything?
No. Do you?
I'm open-minded about it.
Tony is Laura's husband,
people
the
that
other
have
co-owner.
had
Ghosts? Sure. He's heard a lot of stories in his bar.
My friend Bob saw ghosts constantly. When he worked by himself upstairs.
I want to see
That
one
coming
in
out
my
of the window.
face.
You can see the building behind her hand.
Yeah.
Who's the ultimate judge? You are.
You are.
Ghost?
Of course.
Optical illusion? One thing's for certain. That third floor area is sealed off. No one was up there the night that picture was taken.
A very creepy image that appears to show a partial apparition reaching out of a third-story window,
Very interesting.
despite that particular area of the building being sealed off at the time.
What do you guys think?
Also, something else that can't quite be explained, near the beginning of the news piece, a branch or leaf can be seen bending back upwards in an unnatural way
What?
as the two people talk on the street. Watch closely.
And for this.
So do you talk to the ghost?
I do.
Every day?
Well, no, that was way back then.
Laura Norris is one of the owners.
Could
How
this
did
place
people
be
spot
haunted?
this?
Could this image show proof that ghosts exist?
I would have never saw that.
You decide that for yourself.
I have no idea. I am lost in the sauce.
Seth Borden and Exploring with Josh
Another great channel,
teamed
I
up
love
with
them.
Steve and Dylan from the Haunted Nights to
Love 'em.
investigate the haunted USS Salem ghost ship.
I was thinking about watching this, and if you guys want me to watch this and do a separate video on that ship that they're going to go to, comment your down below.
During their late-night investigation, they found themselves experiencing some of the scariest moments they've ever recorded. While attempting to learn the name of one of the past captains of the ship, they caught evidence on camera that is almost undeniable proof that ghosts actually do exist. Here are just a few isolated incidents from their night.
What is it?
The thing is, it's not detecting any other chair.
So it can't be the chairs.
And why is that still going off?
Yeah. That could just be residual, though. Could be able to think how many people walk through this hallway.
Oh. See, I don't like orbs, though.
Helpless.
Helpless. They're helpless.
Oh, we're helpless.
That's way worse. Some touching?
My hair just got touched. I literally just felt my hair get.
That's gotta feel weird, like somebody's just playing with it.
If you saw it on camera, but I felt.
I don't have hair anymore besides this stuff.
Yeah, we'll mind you.
Oh, good point. Flashlight's on.
Helpless.
So from a different angle.
Oh, we're helpless.
That's way worse. Some touching.
It's like somebody parted it. That's actually good that we have another angle.
Alice.
Alice?
Alice?
Alice.
A woman's name, right after we heard a woman's voice.
What the French toast?
From orbs darting by, to Seth's hair being touched, and even unknowingly capturing what appears to be a partially formed apparition appearing in a
Like
doorway.
a skirt?
The guys caught it all. However, what you've seen here is just the beginning. I suggest checking out the full 44-minute video over on Seth's YouTube channel,
Comment your guys' thoughts.
where you'll see some of the spookiest stuff ever.
Tell me if you want me to react to this. I haven't watched it yet. I want to. The Uninvited.
I was watching an episode of Benefits Britain, a 6-part documentary series that follows people in the UK who live below the poverty line on state benefits. A woman named Lorna shared her creepy experiences she's had inside the house the state issued her. I won't play the clip for copyright reasons, however, Lorna shared with the film crew that she's had an uninvited something in the house for about 4 years now.
Okay.
In the video, Lorna
The hell is
explains how her
that?
sister came around to the house one day to try on a dress. Lorna took a couple of old school photos on a film camera and soon realized that she had caught more than she had bargained for. In the background, on the bed, you can see a very small but very creepy looking black figure laying at the end of the bed.
What the hell is that?
Eyes wide open. Belly partially visible? I'm not quite sure what I'm looking
like
at,
one of those
but
tiki-
it is spooky. Lorna somehow has also received deep bruising on her back and even found unexplainable videos on her cell phone.
Demonic.
Lorna states that she thinks she has some type of negative entity in the house, perhaps even what some people would call a demon. A very
That's
creepy
creepy.
moment in a show that usually has absolutely nothing to do with the paranormal. If you're actually interested in watching
am.
this segment, I'll leave a link and timestamp below in this video description.
I'm gonna go watch it. It's like, what the hell is it? Thoughts? Ghost Rider.
The following video was recorded by a woman who lives on the Kapiti Coast
Oi.
in New Zealand. The surreal video shows a burning driverless bus start up and move away from a nearby house.
Oh, that's the scary thing. They should be here faster.
Is this Speed? Are you kidding? So it just started up. If this ain't a ghost or... And then now it's underneath a tree to engulf the tree. This is like Final Destination. Holy hell. Goes over to a tree and starts on fire.
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that either.
No.
That's nuts.
Nobody on board, no.
In the video, we can see a driverless bus engulfed in flames, sitting stationary on the side of a road. Then, suddenly, to the onlooker's surprise, the bus starts its own engine once again
Could that
and
be
drives
possible?
across to the other side of the road.
By like accident?
Oh my god.
I don't know if this would be possible. The cab is like literally... I mean, what if the wires crossed? Like, you know how you start a car with the wires being crossed? Could that be a possibility?
The eerie clip surprised not only the worried onlookers, but the viewers of this video as well. Some of them suggesting that the bus might be haunted, or saying that something paranormal was going on here.
It's gotta be.
However, someone states in the original upload that this is almost certainly just a short in the starter motor, causing the bus to start up again after already being in gear. However, that doesn't exactly explain why the wheels were turning like that. Leave your thoughts on this one in the comment section down below.
That's nuts, man. The other side.
Jamie Primack Sullivan, a Hollywood publicist, producer, and editor, typically uploads videos online for love and learning how to love oneself. However, in March of 2015, Jamie shared a very different video on her YouTube that her viewers thought was amazing.
I thought her daughter was a doll.
While talking to her daughter about her grandmother, Jamie recorded something that she will probably remember for life.
Do you remember my grandma?
I think I remember this.
I've been having... What did she do to make her go up in heaven? Did she do a smoker?
No, she didn't do a smoker. She was just very old. She was almost 90.
She like says something that her mom doesn't know.
Tired. She was too old.
How old was she?
93.
Like this old? Or this old?
That old. Sometimes if you get really, really old, then you go home to God.
She says something and her mom just goes nuts.
What if you got really, really old?
Then I will go home to God.
My son has had the same conversation. See, my son says the same thing.
I know, but it won't be for a long time. Okay?
Well, your grandmas were up here for a long time.
I know.
Because she was super duper old.
That's right. I love you. Oh!
Was she, did your grandma almost couldn't walk?
She was old. She could walk, but she was old. Okay?
Mommy, your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
What?
See, I got
your
scared.
Your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
The two of them are discussing Jamie's grandmother who had recently passed away 5 or 6 months earlier, when, all of a sudden, her daughter brings her a message from the other side. Jamie's daughter says that her grandmother is there with them, and that she says, hi, Jamila. Jamila being a nickname that only Jamie's grandmother used to use. As you can see in the video, Jamie is shocked to hear
looks
this,
genuinely.
and the video cuts off right there.
Okay.
She probably freaked the hell out.
Mommy, your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
What?
Your grandma's here. And she says, hi, Jamila.
It's like, what do you do with it?
This
Something
short
happens.
TikTok was uploaded by Carla Acosta. The creepy clip shows the aftermath of a crash. But don't worry, there isn't any gore or disturbing images.
Okay.
However, we do see something that left a lot of past viewers confused. Take a look at this and see if you can spot what everyone else did.
Okay. We're watching. Car accident. What is that in Spanish? I see nothing.
The main text on screen roughly translates to, I was watching this unfortunate accident and I saw something strange.
How do they figure this out?
If you missed it or couldn't quite make it out, there appears to be a woman or man dressed in a light purple or even blue coat that seems to emerge as if out of nowhere. Not only that, but their face seems to be very creepy, almost elongated in a way. They also appear translucent near the end of the clip. The second lot of text you see right at the end of the video asks what we, the viewer, think of the video. Some viewers of the original upload think that the video might just show the spirit of the person who lost their life in the car crash, while others think that this is nothing more than just a regular bystander just trying to help out the emergency crews.
I mean, that's what we want to think.
What's your guess?
I don't know. That's why you guys are here, to tell me what you guys think.
The YouTube channel Fourth Wall has uploaded another scary video showing someone walking through an abandoned house in the middle of the night. The person behind the channel said that they got an email from the owner of the house saying that some very strange things had been happening around the place. This is just a small snippet of what they were sent.
Okay.
これがお尻です。
He should have left it closed. Oh, the box. What's that box? Probably should leave the box alone. Leave the box alone. It's like those one Chinese balls. You're like,
これが京子さんが言ってた箱を持った。
don't open it. Don't open it. Is it wax sealed? Sounds like those metal balls in there, or like dice. Bro, I don't think it opens. Oh! 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 It like sucked down into the floor. Oh my gosh. Is the ghost associated with the box? Bro, you need to leave. You need to go. Oh my gosh. Is it downstairs?
After finding a small black box, the person recording the video pans around the house after hearing
Look
something.
how it goes down.
What they capture is hair-raising.
My gosh.
Follow the YouTube channel Fourth Wall for the full story and any upcoming creepy videos.
I like these. Oh, we see it already.
To Facebook asking her friends for their suggestions.
Oh, we see it.
The original post wrote, "Hey guys, I just want to get your input on this photo. It was taken about 20 years ago. It was a pic of my two daughters, but there seems to be something else in the photo." As one of Kat's commenters suggested, it almost looks like a woman can be seen in the background, one arm up, wearing clothing from the early 1900s.
Look at it, you can see the face.
No doubt none of the people present for the photo that day had any idea that such a creepy image was being captured.
Dark hair. Ah, what do you guys think?
The following clip was uploaded to Facebook by Ben Lewis. He states that this upcoming video was recorded behind a couple of buildings in his local area. The security camera footage appears to have recorded a person on a skateboard, as they seem to just roll by. However, from what the original poster has been told, this might be something much creepier.
I've been told this could be just a visual camera glitch, because the person's going faster than what the camera can catch. So, you guys be the judge. This is probably like a 20 or 12.
It's been said that this area
FPS
of town is home to, quote, a family of ghosts. Something that has been heard many times over, but never seen. Perhaps this video might finally show the presence of at least one of the ghosts rumored to haunt the immediate area for years.
Interesting. You guys be the judge, because I don't think that would be a ghost. That's just me. Creepy
Frank
footage.
from the YouTube channel Franco TV recently uploaded a video where he returns back to a cemetery where he once unknowingly caught something spooky on camera.
He goes back?
Upon his arrival, Frank this
gosh.
time not only captures one thing he can't explain, but a few, including something that appears to give Frank's
That's
viewers
just creepy.
the creeps. Watch carefully.
I'm gonna start heading towards the suicide area where people end their lives. I don't want to look at
That's nuts.
See if I could probably get some stock footage from it or something.
What's that in the door?
What the hell is that?
It's in the door on the right side. Oh, it moved. Oh, he moved. There was something there. Oh gosh, he's gonna go to it. Franco, be careful. Oh gosh.
I saw something small there.
Throw a flash grenade in there. Flash bomb. Oh! What's that in the... Was that eyes? I thought I saw eyes.
I wonder if I got the reflection.
I thought I saw eyes, dude.
From the doorway.
Because
from the road area...
Looks like it's like
I'm
their
actually
head was
parked
peeking
right
out.
around here. And I'm looking this way. Okay. Okay, so I swear I saw a face right around here.
Yeah, I think you
Or I
did.
seen something right here peeking out.
Frank is discussing how he could possibly create some stock footage out of what he is filming, when all of a sudden he records what appears to be a face peering out from inside a crypt or mausoleum. Frank then goes to check it out but finds nothing in there, which is weird because you can clearly see something peeking or peering out just moments earlier. Check out the YouTube channel Franco TV for the full video and everything else he caught on camera that night.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that again. Or watch that one, not the other one. Long Arms
The following
Pug.
creepy video comes from the Long Arms pub in Wiltshire, England. One of their CCTV cameras caught the bizarre moment a glass or two bursts into dozens of small pieces right in front of the landlord's wife.
I've heard of this happening, but only when it goes from hot to cold. Or cold to hot. And he's in there.
A pub dubbed by locals as the town's most haunted has released the footage at the beginning of 2022. Confused viewers are sure that something creepy or paranormal could be happening here. Landlord Rob Alcock said that he couldn't stop watching it. Since posting the video on Twitter, many people have hypothesized that something must have fallen down on top of the glass.
Nothing does!
But many others say that that's just impossible. What do you think's happened here?
Weak glass? I don't know. Their pubs and their bars look total different from ours when it comes to being calm. The guy.
The man behind the Chinese YouTube channel Supernatural Space uploaded a spooky video recently in August after exploring a long-abandoned school out in the mountains.
Oh boy.
About 2/3 of the way through the video, the recorder hears a bunch of strange noises coming from the other end of a corridor. This is what he captured.
What did he catch? Wait, what the fudge? Oh, oh, oh! It's a lady in red. Oh my gosh! She's walking away. Oh, you can see her walk. She's walking away from him. Oh, and then it goes like it. Oh, what the frick? Son of a biscuit. That's what I would be saying. He seems genuinely scared.
At the end of the hallway, we can see what seems to be a figure in red. The explorer yells out to whatever or whoever this is. However, after doing so, the unknown figure slides back in behind a wall. The original uploader, Supernatural Space, believes that they might just have caught a ghost on camera that night, as the building is out in the middle of nowhere, miles from anything else. But, of course, what do you think?
I'd say creepy ghost. What do you guys think?
The Winchester Mystery House is a mansion in San Jose, California.
Oh, the Winchester
House.
house.
The personal residence of Sarah Winchester, the widow of the firearms magnate William Winchester. In 1884, Sarah purchased an unfinished farmhouse in the Santa Clara Valley and began building her mansion.
For 30 years.
Carpenters were hired to work on the house night and day until it rose to 7 stories high. No one is quite sure why Mrs. Winchester demanded constant changes to her very large house. However, the most prevalent story is that Mrs. Winchester was being haunted by the spirits of those killed by the Winchester rifle, which her late husband's company had invented and sold.
Apparently they're haunting her.
After her husband passed away, a psychic told her to evade the spirits, Sarah would have to move out west, buy a home and build non-stop, otherwise she would die. The following 2 short clips come from the official Winchester Mystery House YouTube channel, the first of which shows mysterious singing coming from inside the house. Listen very closely.
Okay.
Although it's almost impossible to hear without headphones, there appears to be a faint disembodied singing voice in the distance. On another occasion, some 8 years ago, a chandelier was caught swinging on its own in a room that can't be accessed during anyone's tour.
Oh, I think I've seen this one. Chandeliers just don't do that. Sorry. They just don't. I'd love to go visit this place.
2 very creepy videos from a house with a terrifying backstory. Be sure to check out the official Winchester Mystery House YouTube channel for more. Or, better yet, their website where you can buy tickets and plan your own visit.
I want to go so bad. Look at that house, man.
A show called The Extraordinary was an Australian television documentary series that featured stories of the paranormal and supernatural.
Oh.
It ran on the 7 network from 1993 to 1996. The show was hosted by a man named Warwick Moss, who would narrate to the audience true-life tales of the paranormal. In one particular episode, a certain segment discussed the ghost stories from within the old Melbourne jail, a former jail and current museum, a place with a lot of history that held and executed some of Australia's most notorious criminals.
Ooh.
Take a listen.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm Warwick Moss. Bushranger Ned Kelly was just one of many criminals put to death in the infamous Melbourne jail. A notorious place of death and suffering, the jail was home to gruesome acts of punishment and retribution. Most of the sad souls who faced the executioner left the prison, but some may have stayed on to walk its corridors forever. Old Melbourne Jail has a harsh and brutal history. From the day it opened in 1845 to the day it closed in 1929, more than 50,000 prisoners languished behind its cold and forbidding walls. Today, it's a museum packed with macabre exhibits.
Hey.
Reminders of the 100 men and 4 women who were sent to the scaffold here and died by the hangman's noose. A cruel but swift dispatch. according to the museum manager, Amanda Baker.
The hangman would have visited the prisoner in the cell, and that's to measure their strength of their neck and to weigh them to make sure that the length of the rope was the right length so that they were hanged correctly. If the rope was too long, then the head would come away from the body when the hanging was done, and if the rope was too short, then the person would be strangled rather than hanged, and hanging was breaking the neck. It was like that.
Oh, man.
Among those who met their end in Melbourne jail was Australia's most famous, or infamous, bushranger.
Thankfully, we don't do that.
Kelly. He walked these dark, dank corridors for the last time on November the 11th, 1880. That is the gruesome. But now, more than a century later, there are the ghostly attractions, which beckon from the cells of old Melbourne jail. Unexplained happenings by day and by night. Amanda Baker wasn't one to believe in ghost stories. At least, not until she took over as manager of the museum 7 years ago.
Look at that dinosaur flashlight.
She's not so sure.
When I first started here at the jail, the manager at the time, he told me about a lady who used to come in, and every time she came in, she'd stand at one end of the cell block and look towards the other end, and she'd see these three figures of what she thought were women, and it just happened every single time. I never met this woman. All I did was hear this story from my previous manager.
And staff, too, have had weird experiences. Experiences that stretch the imagination and defy logic.
We have a tour guide here called Bob. He's been with us for about 5 years, and he was starting his tour up on the stairs back there, and somebody asked him straight off the top, said, "Oh, are there any ghosts here?"
Of course there is.
He said, "Oh no," he said, "nothing that we've experienced." And at that time, there's a cell just sort of directly to the side of him while he was doing his tour, and the light flashed off, on, off, on, and that was just the one light. Now we found that there was nothing wrong with the globe, and for that to happen, for it to be a circuit failure or anything like that, had to happen to all these cells on this side, as they're all on the same electricity circuit.
But it was a personal encounter that caused Amanda Baker to really question what was going on inside this place, where so many suffered and so many died.
From skeptic to believer.
That night I got my coat and everything was in order, and I closed the door and I went out and locked the door behind me and went home. Then I came in the next morning and I was the first one in, and I went in to hang up my coat, and I look on the ground and there's the sugar canister smashed in the middle of the floor.
The ghost wants some sugar.
A basket hanging up on the wall, and that was also on the floor. There was no reason for that. There was no wind or no nothing could ever get into that cell from when I closed it the night before. There's no explanation as we would know it. The sugar canister I found, it was on the floor. It was smashed, and the glass wasn't everywhere. It was all sort of neat in a nice little pile.
So a neat ghost.
There's no explanation except for something, a being in here.
Sometimes, even in the light and safety of the museum shop, Severina Stella also ponders the ghosts of Melbourne jail. Especially the night she was left alone to lock up. First, for no apparent reason, a light bulb shattered.
I wonder if they get paid more for that.
10 minutes later, she began hearing strange noises.
I realised it sounded like sobbing, and it was really hard sobbing, someone really crying for some reason. I don't know why. Well, I was the only person in the building, and I couldn't understand why I could hear this noise, and it sounded as though it was either a child or a woman.
That'd be a woman.
I thought, oh no, don't tell me I'm experiencing something unnatural and I'm hearing some ghost or something in here.
Well, it's not children because no children were there, so it had to have been a woman.
Ghost, but at the same time, I don't go around saying it's not. I tell a lot of people strange things do happen in here, that I work here 5 days a week and I can't start believing in ghosts, otherwise I'd probably go crazy. But I'm not going to say that they don't exist, because there is something in here.
Monique
Weir
also believes there could be something or someone lurking in the jail. And maybe she has the evidence to prove it.
Oh, I see this.
Monique is a keen photographer and saw the old prison as a perfect subject. On the day in question, she was absolutely certain she was alone in this section of the cell block.
What'd you get?
She fired off a series of photographs and later sent the roll of film to be developed.
And when I got it back, I sort of didn't notice it first. And then had another closer look and thought, oh, there's something really weird here. But I just sort of shook it off. I'm a bit sort of, don't really believe in ghosts or anything like that. And it wasn't until a few other people started to have a look at it that they realised that there was probably something there.
That's something again. But what? Well, in one print, there seems to be a misty, floating object that wasn't visible through the camera's viewfinder. And in another, a more defined figure.
On the left-hand side was this man, well, it looked like a man, back of a man, quite tall, with a big overcoat on, it looked like. And he looked like he had really broad shoulders. And that's sort of really all I could see. He was quite sort of transparent. And you can only see the top and not the bottom.
At first, Monique was skeptical and checked the negatives in her own dark room. The figures were on them too. So she took the photographs back to the processing lab for a second opinion.
Oh, they were quite freaked out about it. They could see that it was on the negative and it wasn't anything that was done in the printing process. They were really quite freaked out.
When the old jail finally closed 65 years ago, no doubt there was a collective sigh of relief amongst the caring souls of Melbourne. A hope that the days of torture and brutality were over. Dead
for that place.
And buried.
Not
like
for other
so
places.
Many of its former inmates.
Interesting. So that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this one of Shadow Man. Make sure you guys comment your guys' thoughts down below. If you guys think these are real, fake, fact, fiction, whatever have you, I love to read them, and I also converse with you guys. Converse with you guys to see if what you guys think is what I think, and what I think is what you guys think. So make sure you guys do so. Like the video, helps out the channel immensely when you guys do so. It is free, it's easy, including that subscribe button. So don't forget to hit that, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So keep it real, keep it safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.